Hi, friends. Welcome to the Faith Lab podcast. My name is Chris Bishop, and I am your conversation partner for this Lenten experience. We have been working through the season of Lent, starting at February 14th and moving through up until April 1st, and offering up daily Lenten devotionals. And so these come from different members of the community that I serve in, around, or with. Today's Lenten devotional is actually the one that I wrote, and it's a reflection on Genesis 44, verses 1 through 17. And it reads like this. I have to begin by saying I love Joseph's story, but this is the part where I can't help but think about the family dysfunction. Maybe it's because I'm an only child, but how hard would it have been for Joe just to keep a straight face through this testing of his brothers? But then for Judah to take the blame and ask that they all might be Joseph's slaves seems like a little much. Judah didn't even try to defend himself. He seems to know that there is something else just under the surface, something else going on. Judah and his brothers are pleading for food for their people, and they are humbling themselves before Joseph, who they didn't know he was related to them. Do you think that they would throw it all away just for a shiny cup or something that wouldn't necessarily get them too far with their pleading? Would they really have let their salvation go for something so meaningless? I get frustrated that Judah takes the guilt and the transgressions of someone else upon himself and his brothers. Come on, man, defend yourself, I yell in my mind when I read this every single time. But isn't this Jesus? Jesus was willing to go to the cross for us because we chose our way over God's way. We chose this shiny cup, the glamour of evil, instead of sustaining life. Yes, this is a small part of a larger story, but even in the little cracks, Scripture shows us what selflessness looks like. So the question or the challenge today is write down 3 places where you are choosing or have chosen to settle for the worldly desires, those cups and shiny things, rather than the lasting gift of the kingdom. Thank you guys so much for listening. I hope you found it meaningful and relevant today, as well as all the rest of the days. If you are just starting out, you can find the other devotions and reflections on the website that we have the podcast. It is faithlabonline.com. You can also find a way to download the whole book of devotions, all 47-ish of them, in the show notes here for this episode, as well as at the site. If you'd like to share something with me or your testimony that we can share with others, you can always email me at chris@faithlabonline.com or find me on Twitter at cmbishop, or I'm on Facebook and all other social media stuff. So I hope to hear from you, and let's keep the conversation going. Thanks. Have a great day. Bye.